Now, another terror attack has ripped through Pakistani soil. The Islamic State attacked a Sufi shrine in Sindh province on Thursday, killing more than 100 people and injuring dozens. While Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and Army Chief had condemned the suicide blast, the deadly blast is seen as another violent attack on the minority communities in Pakistan. Here's a complete report.
A suicide bombing in one of the holiest Sufi shrines in Pakistan. Hundreds and hundreds of devotees had gathered for the evening prayers when the suicide bomber first hurled a grenade and then detonated himself. More than 100 people were killed in the blast and several injured. There was blood, tears and chaos all around.
मैंने यहाँ पे देखा कि क़यामत सुगरा जैसा मंजर था। यहाँ पे दरगाह लाल शहबाज कलंदर के अंदर अहाते में यहाँ जो सहन है पूरा, यहाँ पे हज़ारों की तादाद में ज़ायरीन थे, रो रहे थे। क़यामत सुगरा जैसा मंजर था, कोई किसी को उठाने वाला नहीं था।
The latest in terror strikes on Pakistan is this attack on the Lal Shahbaz Kalandar shrine in the town of Sehwan Sharif. The Islamic State has already claimed responsibility for the attack. Recent attacks in Pakistan have been carried out by ISIS and some factions of the Taliban, which claim responsibility of the recent Lahore attack.
भयानक सी आवाज़ आई, तब तो कोई ख्याल नहीं था कि कोई बम ब्लास्ट है, तब तो कोई ख्याल नहीं था कि बम ब्लास्ट है, लेकिन ये अचानक ख्याल आया कि आज हम मर गए। गेट नज़र आ गया तो मेरे माइंड में ख्याल आ गया तो मुझे बाहर निकलना चाहिए। जैसे भी बाहर निकला तो उसी टाइम मुझे कोई पता नहीं था, बेहोश हो गया।
Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif called the attack brutal and urged the country to stand united. Lal Shahbaz Kalandar is Pakistan's most revered Sufi shrine. On Thursday, the shrine was packed to capacity with devotees when the terrorists struck. There was an intelligence input about minority institutions on terror crosshairs and sectarian violence. The terror strike once again focuses on the fact that Pakistan needs to stop making the distinction between good terrorists and bad terrorists. Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Kaswar is joining us from Pakistan to give us more details. Now, Kaswar, take us through that. How many have been injured reportedly? What's the casualty number this morning?
Well, Devina, the horrible attack has left more than 100 dead and 250, is the figure for when we talk about the injured one. And given that the facilities at the nearby hospitals, we can guess the death toll may be rising to alarming extent. As we told earlier, that only a single the big hospital is situated in the area, and that lacks basic facilities as well. So the authorities have to move the injured and the dead bodies to nearby, the hospitals situated in the nearby districts, and some of them were flown to Hyderabad and Karachi as well. So given the gravity of the situation on the ground and basic facilities, lack of basic facilities in the nearby hospitals, so definitely the death rise may be on alarming results. But the update is a massive crackdown has been launched by Pakistani government, the Pakistani authorities. According to my information, just a 20-minute back, in exchange of fire with the Pakistan Rangers, 7 terrorists have been killed in Karachi and 4 terrorists were killed in, the Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. So, followed by the horrible attack, a massive crackdown has been launched across the country, as a total 11 terrorists have been killed and have been perished, and still, according to my information, 2 more, the operation is under the way by the Pakistan Rangers and Pakistan Army in Karachi and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province.
All right, but Kaswar, this is the 6th such a major terror attack in Pakistan in just about a week. And it shows that how Pakistan is now being the victim of the terror that it supports. Any action against the Lashkar chief, no action against the Jaish chief, and here you have ISIS now targeting Pakistan's holiest shrine.
Well, definitely, you have rightly pointed out that 8 terrorist attacks have been carried out by the banned outfit, the terrorist organization across Pakistan in last 5 days. More than 150 people have been perished, and scores of the hundreds of the other have been injured. But when we talk about the action taken by the Pakistani government, definitely they have started from the 30th of January when they put Hafiz Saeed behind the bars. And it shows the commitment of Pakistani government and the law enforcement agency. But definitely, as I told earlier, that the Pakistani government had waken up to these attacks, and a massive crackdown have been launched by the Pakistan Army and law enforcement agency. This is what we are getting the news from, the Pakistani government. As I told you earlier, the massive crackdown has been launched in Karachi, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and tribal areas. Earlier this morning, in the wee hours of this morning, 11 terrorists have been perished, and we are getting the news that the law enforcement agencies have launched, the operation against terrorists, and 2 of these such operations are underway at the moment. So this is what I think the Pakistani government has woken up to the grave threat, posed by the terrorist organization, Pakistan-based, and also the Afghanistan-based as well.
All right, thanks Kaswar for joining us. Also getting a reaction from Major General Asif Ghafoor, who's spokesperson of the Pak Army Forces, and he said each drop of nation's blood shall be revenged, and revenge immediately. No more restraint for anyone. Your security forces shall not allow hostile powers to succeed. We stand for our nation. Hostile powers being referred to ISIS, which has claimed responsibility for this attack.